It seems the masked man has finally shown his real identity, and it seems to be none other than The Miz. I'm just kidding. Austin Theory, he comes out, bro. Like, he looks like a newborn that barely has, like, any hair. You know what I'm saying? Like, he looks like a newborn that barely has any hair. I'm happy he finally at least trimmed his, like, boneless beard. So he looks good in that regard. But I swear to God to you guys, when he unveiled himself, bro, there was literally no pop, okay? And this Monday Night Raw completely sucked. I will come to the entirety of the episode in a little bit. Obviously, Braun Breaker hits a spear, and then he stands over him as the victor. Okay, anyways, let's talk about the glaring hole and the big issue that I have with the WWE is, you know, particularly when it comes down to the way they book things, okay? And my biggest annoyance and like pet peeve with the WWE is that, for example, War Games happened 3-4 weeks ago, right, at this point? And it took about 3 weeks before CM Punk came out and he addressed the situation. Like, how the fuck is that even a thing, right? Every time there is a big match or a big PLE, it takes ages before, first of all, they even come back. I mean, look at Tiffany Stratton. She lost to Jade Cargill and she still isn't back. I mean, look at Roman Reigns. He lost and he still is not back, right? He's a part-timer anyways. Like, for example, Cody Rhodes lost to John Cena at WrestleMania, right? What does this weirdo do? He goes away for 3-4 months. Like, what the hell, bro? He literally just lost a world championship. Like, you're not Randy Orton, who's got nothing going on, who can take a vacation, and then he can go and do his own thing, right? You're not that type of guy here. All right, so there's like a different level of like responsibility here. So when you lose a big match, you should come back and immediately carry on with that, okay? Austin Theory, look, I wish Austin Theory had a different role to play this year, okay? I really wish he did. I wish when John Cena was a heel, he would have taken Austin Theory under his wing and he would have made him like his backup guy that always like helps him out, right? Because obviously Cena needed to cheat to win in most of his fights, so why not have somebody to help him out? Austin Theory would have been great for that. Immediately, that sets him up into like a bigger, like, you know, like public eye, right? So when you do that, it makes Austin Theory look better. Now, Austin Theory could have joined Cena and, you know, it could have carried all the way to Gunther or like, you know, Saturday Night's Main Event. And on that day, it should have been Cody Rhodes versus John Cena for the World Championship. That should have been Cena's last match. Everybody loved when Cena and Cody had their last match at SummerSlam. And I feel like if we had Cena still as champion up until his last match, that would have made the last match more important. And the moment that Cody and Cena shared when, you know, Cena passed the torch onto Cody, right? You guys remember that at the end of the match? That would have made that match feel more important, okay? Now, immediately, we don't have that. So, if we would have had, for example, Cody versus Cena as the last match, we could have had a double turn. We could have had Cena in that match turn babyface. For example, we could have had Cody getting so frustrated that he can't beat Cena because it's his last match and Cena doesn't want to give up and he's like, you know, hard to like, you know, pin. It would force Cody to kind of like cheat, you know? It would force Cody to maybe take a steel steps and, you know, hit him with the steel steps or hit him with the steel chair and then maybe hit the crossroads onto the steel chair. Maybe hit him with a concerto. Like, you know, get Cody to that level of madness that it pushes Cody over the edge and it makes him go heel. And by result of Cena not giving up, that will make him turn babyface. And in that same instance, that would also allow Austin Theory to be face, and that would allow Cody and maybe Austin Theory to go into a program leading into 2026, right? That already is a way better booking for Austin Theory than whatever the hell this BS is. Oh my God, Seth Rollins is gone, and but you know we still have like Austin Theory doing his dirty work, sending threats to the Vision. I'm like, bro. First of all, I was happy that Seth Rollins was out of Raw. I was happy that he's off TV. I'm really happy that he's not here. For me, honestly, like I'm being genuinely honest here. Seth Rollins ruins Raw for me. I can't stand Raw when he's there. Now, we gotta have his freaking shadow here, Austin Theory. So immediately, you're not really putting Austin Theory in a position to make him better. You know, the whole thing of, oh my God, who is the masked man? You know, that was like a mystery for a while. And like, I'm glad they finally unmasked him. But bro, literally no pop. So why did he even do it for this, right? He's gonna come back and immediately be a lackey. Like, this guy went from like being a singles competitor, having the United States Championship. He beat Seth Rollins for the United States Championship, and he became his own thing. And now he comes back to be Seth Rollins' lackey and like shadow and like dirty worker. What? Why? Right? Doesn't make any sense. So that is the biggest problem that WWE has with today's wrestlers, right? They all feel like a bunch of jobbers. Nothing really has any continuity, and it really feels like they don't know what the hell they want to do with anybody. And the element of cheap pops is running wild in WWE, okay? It really is running wild. And unfortunately, I have to say the truth. I don't see a bright future for Austin Theory as it stands right now, especially if he's going to be tight with Seth Rollins. First of all, Seth Rollins is not cool. Seth Rollins is a bum. Seth Rollins is a crossdresser. Seth Rollins is not important at all. I literally went to see Monday Night Raw, right? For the first time in my life. I was happy. I was enjoying myself. But guess what? When Seth Rollins came out, mind you, I didn't do this for the female matches. When Seth Rollins came out, I said, I guess it's time for a piss break. I guess it's time to go get a hot dog. I guess it's time to go, grab a drink or something. I literally walked out of his freaking segment. And I've never seen him before in my life. But I don't give a fuck. Right? I don't give a fuck. Like, I went away and I was looking around. All right? I'm in line waiting. You know what I'm saying? Getting my food. I ate it. I drank my drink. I walked back into the state, like into the arena. And I'm still hearing, I'm a revolutionary. Shut the fuck up, bro. All right? I'm like, I was so happy when I walked back in that he was done speaking, bro. I swear to God. So that is the way, like, I feel towards Austin Theory now. Now you're linked with them. Do you think Big Back, Brunson Greed, and Braun Breaker are any better because they were in a division with him? Come on, man. Be real here, okay? Anyways, Austin Theory had no pop. Let's go over the entirety of like this Monday Night Raw, which was a calamity, bro. It was truly a calamity. It starts off with the Ying General because I came out here looking like Detective Mr. Gadget, and I wanted to show to you guys the face of the winner against John Cena, because I did what I said I was going to do, which was making John Cena tap out, give up in the middle of that Ying Gunther. Der Ying General Gunther. Ying, Ying, Ying. My phone died. Otherwise, I would have played that song. Anyways, I had a big issue with the segment as well, okay? Like I said earlier in the video, my biggest issue with the WWE is they don't seemingly carry on whatever they did at any PLE, okay? So, for example, did we get an immediate Raw segment after War Games? No. Did we get an immediate Raw, where Roman Reigns showed up after he lost to Big Back Bronson Greed? No. Did we get an immediate Raw from Cena after Brock Lesnar attacked him? No. Did Brock Lesnar show up after he attacked him? No. Did Cody Rhodes appear on Monday Night Raw after he lost to Cena after WrestleMania? No, he didn't. It's a continuous thing. Tiffany Stratton, did she come back after she lost to Jade Cargill? No. So this repeated pattern is what annoys me to the core with wrestling, because the idea isn't that we're watching a show that features professional wrestling. No, we are watching a television programming, a show, a TV show that happens to have wrestling in it to drive forward its stories. We're not watching it for this, for the sheer purpose of witnessing wrestling. All right, like we can watch any type of Ring of Honor, any type of like New Japan, and we can get the same kick out of that. We're not watching WWE because of that, are we? So, anyways, that was my biggest pet peeve. Right? Clearly, Gunther is like one of the most hated guys right now. He's maybe the hatest. He probably got the most heat right now. And instead of capitalizing that and using that hate that he got right now, the heat that he has right now, to go out there and bring forward a baby face that can take him out, that would make more sense. Like I said, if we had applied the Austin Theory plan that I just laid out, where he was like, teaming up with John Cena, being a shadow, right? Kind of like how Grayson Waller is with the New Day, right? Always helping him out. If Austin Theory was the guy, always like, backing up Cena and like he's like his right-hand man, what would it not have been like if it was Gunther who defeated Cena, but immediately Monday afterwards, we get Austin Theory confronting Gunther? Wow, right? So you spend an entire year building up Austin Theory with Cena. Now he's, babyface as well. Now Gunther goes out there and he's the ultimate heel, and Austin Theory immediately is the ultimate babyface. Just sheer, just off the fact that he got the rub from Cena. Gunther didn't get that kind of a rub off of Cena for beating him, but Austin Theory would have gotten that kind of a big rub if he had been a shadow, right? So we just gotta, be honest here. This completely fell flat. Obviously, nobody came out to help him out, right? And like the funny thing is, bro, Gunther goes backstage, bro, and look at the potential enemies he has. Fucking 5'2" Akira Tozawa that Liv Morgan can knock out. And then we got Otis, who can barely, button up his shirt over here. And he probably has sleep apnea. And he snores like a damn whale in bed. You know what I'm saying? And then he keeps walking. And now he sees, what's his name? Adam Pearce. And Adam Pearce isn't mad at him. He's like, get out of here. How dare you? Get out of here. You got no respect. First of all, bro. If anything, it was your fucking idea to make this tournament. Second of all, he's your guy to go out here and, do his job. He's your guy. He's literally a Raw guy coming out here doing his job. Right, so what the fuck is this, bro? This fake he got, this fake heat he got backstage, so annoying. And then AJ Styles is there. Obviously, AJ Styles will beat this jobber in a minute, right? But anyways, AJ's standing there as if he's a single star, or as if he's in this main event. Come on, bro, are you kidding me right now? Are you genuinely kidding me, AJ? Bro, you literally had a tag match today, bro. Just go back. You know what I'm saying? Focus with Dragon Leon, whatever the hell you got going on, bro. And it's bro, oh my god, you know what I mean? We got a 5'2" Asian, we got a fucking obese pig, and then we walk backstage, and then we got a guy in a tag team. These are the guys that Gunther pissed off, bro. I can piss them off tenfold. You know what I'm saying? Bring more of these dorks as my enemies, bro. I wouldn't mind them one bit. You know what I'm saying, bro? I would burn the entire world if I knew that this was my, you know what I'm saying, people that were going to get their, get back on me. You know what I'm saying? I wouldn't give a damn, bro. I would do much worse things if I knew these were the people that were going to back up John Cena. Come on, man. What a joke. And then Gunther goes away. He drives off, and then he does, the, you can't see me. You know what I'm saying? He laughs, and then he goes away. So, literally, this fucking asshole came out to say, I beat your boy, and then walk backstage and drive off in his, Mercedes. That's it. Really? That was a segment? That is how you capitalize on John Cena retiring? This is the state of WWE, bro. Not even John Cena retiring, not even John Cena having his last match has any trickle down to the following Monday Night Raw. Can you imagine that, bro? So if that is John Cena's retirement, his last ever match, and if that is the way they want to go about it, what hope do you have for anybody else on this card? You know what I'm saying? You do something big at a PLE, it takes another PLE or two before you get any continuation, bro. It's sad. There is so many things we could do, but we don't. Why? Because people, first of all, don't show up. Where the fuck was CM Punk, right? He got pinned at War Games, and then this freaking moron comes out, right? He comes out and he cuts a promo and he says, well, you guys, when I was beaten at War Games, right, I wanted to come back, but the doctors couldn't clear me medically for 2 weeks. How fucking convenient. How fucking convenient, you fucking asshole. You barely show up anyway. Now you got a freaking excuse. Why? Because you got speared and you ate a freaking curb stomp, bro? What? And the thing is this, in that promo segment, right? He was pretty much saying, for example, oh yeah, look, Braun Breaker, in that War Games match, you tossed me onto the fences and you made me bleed. If you guys recall, right? They literally use a ketchup packet to paint blood on their face, him and Cody. And then by the end of the match, there was literally no blood on their faces. So oh my God, the fact that you even mentioned that, bro. It's bro, can you at least try and fake it? If you were bleeding, if you were bashed, if you had a crimson mask, if you were cut, where the hell is the band-aid on your forehead, bro? Right? Make it make sense, chat. Make it make sense. This is really genuinely an insult to our intelligence, collectively speaking. Now, the promo, it started kind of mediocre. It was a typical CM Punk promo where he's trying to capture old energy, old demeanor. When back in the day when he was the voice of the voiceless, every time he spoke, he would speak out against the hypocrisy and whatever the hell. But nowadays, it seems he's trying to cosplay that, and he doesn't really say anything. But that was true up until the last minute and a half, maybe, where he was if you were to bring together the three Steiners, I would still be able to piss on your single-digit IQs together, poke your brains out and piss on your skull if you ever mention my wife again. So there was an element of that going around. It's like, you know, if you do this one more time, now it's personal, you know, blurring the lines of kayfabe and reality. New age kayfabe, that's what I like, you know what I'm saying? If you can question if it's real or fake for just a second, that does a job in my opinion. So anyways, the following segment was pretty much the Usos coming out, right? This was just an embarrassment from beginning to end, okay? The embarrassment was simply, like, the embarrassment isn't that Jey Uso is back in the tag division. The embarrassment is that Jey Uso is back after fake crashing out a week or two ago on Monday Night Raw, kind of teasing that he was going to turn heel. So imagine this, right? How embarrassing is this, right? You crash out, you're angry that you lost to LA Knight. And so your anger doesn't translate into you know, getting leaner, getting in better shape, becoming stronger, becoming a better singles competitor. No, that anger translates into you going back down to the tag division with your brother so you could get a win. How embarrassing, bro. How embarrassing is that, right? And like, that is literally what happened to Jey Uso. He comes out, bro, and he does like a stupid dance again. And then they have like a match with the New Day. And it's like, bro, are we back in 2015 here? Right? It's stupid. The Usos get the victory off the New Days. And I'm kind of confused here, right? Like the New Day, you know, for better or worse, in the WWE, they're genuinely speaking the only tag team that are like kind of relevant. And, you know, seeing the New Day maybe go up against AJ and Dragon Lee, that was kind of interesting. But suddenly, right? Suddenly, Jey Uso, he comes back and he beats you up and then he takes your title shot. Like, this buries the New Day. And the New Day have tried so hard to be relevant. And for the most part, they have been the only relevant part of the tag divisions. And now they just jobbed out to two jobbers, right? One guy who isn't cut out to be a single star. And another guy who just, you know, tags along and, you know, he wrestles with a shirt on. So weird, right? And then we had like a backstage interview with like Dominic Mysterio, right? And I have to be honest here, like when Dominic Mysterio is alone and he has to cut like a single person promo, and he doesn't have Liv Morgan there to shake fucking like, you know, like the backside, to shake cake, you know what I'm saying, to like show recoil, you know what I'm saying, to like, you know, goon bait, or, you know, Roxanne Perez. Like, if they're not there, bro, to kind of like eye candy around Dominic Mysterio, he really doesn't have anything going for himself alone. So that's really what I noticed. He was really not that interesting. And then, you know, going from like very little interest to even less interest, we have to go backstage, the Big Back Bronson Reed sitting with a YouTuber, Logan Paul. Now, don't get me wrong, I genuinely respect Logan Paul, right? And I would really, like, you know, hope that people wouldn't be as mean as I am for Logan Paul right now. If I were to go into the WWE and, like, you know, make it, for example, you know, I really wouldn't want to see people call me a YouTuber all the time. But ultimately, I would realize that if that was my gimmick, then I have to kind of accept that, you know what I'm saying? So if I were to become a wrestler, I wouldn't really, like, you know, try to make it as like a YouTuber wrestler, kind of like the way, you know, YouTubers do boxing, right? But anyways, that's neither here nor there. My biggest issue is that this dude, anyways, is not believable. He is lore breaking. He is kayfabe breaking. He is immersion breaking. What? He is not a real wrestler. Simple as that. Oh, but he's advocate. He's a better wrestler than Dominic Mysterio. He can do better moves. Doesn't matter. It doesn't fit my narrative. I don't even care, bro. So, like, you're just wasting your breath. When the heels advocate says he's not a real wrestler, he's not a real fucking wrestler, bro. Like, you know what I'm saying? That's just the truth of it, right? And then we go, right, pan into the other side of the room. We have Paul Heyman and Braun Breaker bickering. Braun is like, bro, look, CM Punk is here tonight. I want to crush this motherfucker, bro. Paul's like, no, don't do it. Don't do it. You can get your match in 21 days. Bro. Like, there's a reason, bro, why you're fat. You got a double chin. You got bigger tits than most of the women on the WWE roster because your estrogen level is much higher than the fucking broads in Raw, right? Even the bitches would have said, yeah, Braun, go out there and whoop his ass. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? Like, come on, be real here. And the logic is, no, Braun, you can't do that because if you were to injure him, you can't get your title match at, like, you know, January 5th Netflix anniversary. What? Who cares about that? Who cares about that, right? Do you remember when, like, Punk won the title? Oh, no, wait. When, like, you know, Breaker turned on Seth Rollins, he took the title. The following Monday Night Raw, he comes out wearing the title. And then it's because of Paul Heyman that Braun Breaker gave the title back to Adam Pearce. But wouldn't it be, like, more heelish if Breaker came out and he speared Adam Pearce and he kept the title anyway? So when you're looking at it from that point of view, all that this penguin has ever done is slow down this guy's rise to the top, right? If you think about it, that's all he's ever done. So I fail to see the genius of Paul Heyman. His promos suck, his ideas suck, and I'm simply over it, right? What I'm also over is this broad right here, bro. Asuka, man, oh man. Like, can we get to the point where Asuka is gonna hang up the boots and say, I'm too old for this? Like, Asuka's literally 44 years old, Chad. She's 44 years old. And she missed Rhea Ripley again, and she completely misses again. She completely missed the mist again for the second or third week in a row. Like, the last time it happened was like Lash Legend. She completely missed the mist as well. But luckily, it was a short segment. They fought, and then they took out Io Sky and Rhea Ripley. And that was about it. The following segment was Ivy Nile versus Maxxine Dupri. You know, it was an okay match. I really don't know why the WWE brings back talent that haven't wrestled in ages, just for them to lose their first match back, right? Like, this could have been anybody else. Anybody else. This could have been Roxanne Perez taking the L, right? But anyways, then we go backstage, and then we have, like, Javon Evans with, like, El Grande Americano and the Americanos, right? You know, it's just weird to me, bro. It's weird to me that not only are we talking about Ludwig Kaiser, Pete Dunne, and Tyler Bate or whatever, right? These are three individuals that could have, you know, been their own thing, right? We could have utilized these three in three separate things, but we want to put them into one, and also at the same time eliminate their actual gimmicks. Eliminate Ludwig Kaiser. Eliminate Pete Dunne. Eliminate, you know, Tyler Bate. For what? So that they can play like El Gran Americano. And that's like the thing with WWE, bro, right? If you noticed, the WWE always does this. The WWE, bro, is like that one boomer that makes one fucking joke that's over with the young kids, and he just keeps rinsing it, right? It's just so over, bro. Like it's not over as in like, oh my god, it's over with the fans. It's just over and done with. Then anyways, the following segment backstage was like Liv Morgan, Roxanne Perez, and then look at Dominic, you know, all like, you know, smiling from ear to ear. And Liv Morgan pretty much said, you know, look, Raquel, good luck, get the title. And now obviously she was not gonna win the title. And there's clearly plants being, you know, like seeds being planted here, where we're gonna have Raquel and Liv, or maybe Roxanne, be mad at one another for the title not being, you know, around them. But nonetheless, the match happened anyway. Vaquer came out. Thank God she didn't cut a promo. She just got to work. It was an okay match that ended with like Nikki Bella coming in and ruining the day. And can I ask a question? Why do we have to pretend like Nikki Bella is a threat? Like, bro, she literally lost twice. She lost at like, has she even won a match this year? She lost to Evolution. She lost to Becky Lynch. She lost to you know, Vaquer. What the fuck is she even doing here, bro? And then like she attacks Vaquer, like like that even matters here. Then like it's announced Adam Pearce is gonna give Rhea Ripley a title match next week on Raw. And then like Wade Barrett, bro, had the audacity to call out this next episode of like Monday Night Raw as a banger, right? It's loaded. Look at this: Bayley Roxanne, Javon Rayo, Ripley Asuka. What the hell are you talking about? It's loaded, bro. It's not loaded at all. So then like in the final segment with like Rey Mysterio and Logan Paul, we did have Division come out, interrupt, blah, blah, blah. Masked Man comes out, boom, boom, boom. You know, yada, yada, yada. Typical ending. So that was it. We have Austin Theory back. No pop. Nobody fucking remembered him, bro. That's crazy, bro. Nobody knew of him. What a joke, bro. What a joke. So anyways, this was this week's Monday Night Raw. One of the worst episodes I've ever seen in my life. One of the worst reveals of all time. No Pop Theory is back. I'm the Heels Advocate, and I'm out.